Breaking news, we saw big discounts on two of Tesla's most popular vehicles, the Model Y and Model 3, to some of the lowest prices ever. Let's go into this new update in today's video. Recently, we have been tracking updates out of Shanghai and anxiously awaiting things like the Project Highland Model 3 to come here in the States for order. And now the Model Y is getting a slight refresh as well, which we covered in recent videos. If you haven't been keeping track, the new Model Y rear-wheel drive is now available on the Tesla website, the cheapest Model Y, giving you an estimated 260 miles of range. Now, this being Tesla's newest vehicle has not changed in price, but we have seen a significant decrease in the Model Y long range and performance. Model Y rear-wheel drive is still $43,990. Look at these huge discounts for the Model Y. This is super exciting. The all-time lows prices for the Model Y. Here they are. The Model Y long range is from $50,490 and dropped to $48,490. It gets even lower than that. We're going to go over that in a second. The Model Y performance has dropped from $54,490 to $52,490. Now that might not seem like a lot, but there's two other factors I want you to keep in mind. Including the EV tax credit, you can now get a Model Y long range for as low as $40,990. That's only $1,000 more than what I paid for my Model 3 rear-wheel drive. And there's also this. Compare these prices to a year ago. Now, obviously, what is driving these price changes? Well, new updates are coming, and it's clear that Tesla is clearing out brand new inventory. But that's exactly what I want you to focus on. You can get a brand new Model Y for 25% off. When you compare these Model Y prices to 12 months ago, here's what that looks like. Back in December of 2022, the Model Y long range was $65,990. And something you also have to keep in mind is the interest rates have recently gone up. We're going to go over that in a second. Can you afford these new prices? If you are buying a Model 3 or Model Y, the very best Tesla accessories are down in the description below. If you click on those, it'll take you to the best accessories. It does support the channel. So let's get on to the next point. And fast forward 10 months later, now October 2023, the new price is $48,490, a 25% discount. And again, that's not even factoring in that EV tax credit. Let's talk about the new Model 3 prices. I'm going to start with this. The Model 3 rear-wheel drive with the $7,500 EV tax credit gets you down to $31,490 for a brand new rear-wheel drive Model 3. That's an amazing price. And again, I paid $40,000 just a few years ago. So there's a big discount there. But let's go over the long range and performance. Those have gone to $47,240 for the old price of the long range Model 3, down to $45,990. New price of the Model 3 performance is just over $50,000 at $50,990, down from $53,240. There are some big factors I want you to keep in mind. There's so many things revolving around, well, when do I buy my Tesla and can I afford these prices? Well, let's go over first timing, and then we're going to look at the Tesla website and figure out what is your new monthly payment. And then you can decide based on where you're at with your finances and down payment, can you even afford this new price? Well, these new prices definitely make a Tesla more affordable for you, but let's go over point number one, and that is timing, because we've seen the new Project Highland Model 3, the actual complete refresh of the exterior, of the interior. That is something you have to keep in mind, but also when it comes to timing, that EV tax credit is very likely changing in 2024. So you're going to get less money, most likely half as much. So $3,750 towards your new Model 3 purchase in 2024 when this changes to a point of sale credit. So if you don't want to wait to get that credit until you file your taxes, that's how it works if you take delivery this year. Then you can wait until next year where it comes off of the price when you take delivery. That is the point of sale credit. And point number 2, when it comes to timing, do you wait for the new Project Highland Model 3? Well, it seems like that may come to the States in November, maybe December timeframe is my guess, and that would push your delivery into next year. So do you wait and perhaps take delivery of a Project Highland with a slightly higher price? There has been rumors that not much of the price will change based on what we've seen in other countries. Or do you take advantage of these low prices? And there's also this. Don't forget that you can get a huge deal if you take delivery of a new inventory Tesla. Teslas that are ready to be delivered, but they are brand new. Now you have to factor in, is it the same price? Am I getting a more discounted price? So make sure to look at the inventory website and look at that price, because now with a brand new Tesla, these prices are going to be very similar, especially if you take delivery this year with that EV tax credit. So we went over some timing aspects you want to keep in mind with these record low prices. Now let's talk about, can I afford a Tesla, and some of the details around that. I'm going to give you concrete examples from the Tesla website. So let's get into it. Now, first on the Model 3, we see that message about the EV tax credit very likely changing in 2024. We talked about that, so keep that in mind. So you want to go to the Tesla website and click Purchase Price. The Probable Savings tab shows you the price per se of a Tesla after certain savings, like gas savings and such. So we actually want to look at the purchase price. We see $38,990. So you have 3 different payment options: cash, lease, or loan. For this example, let's look at loan to give you a monthly payment. Now, if I change nothing on this vehicle and I'm actually looking at the loan's monthly cost, and there's a tab here that I don't want you to forget. If you've never done this in the Tesla website, there's included estimated taxes and fees. So for this example, we're going to go ahead and click that. Now that takes my monthly payment from $605, which is just for the vehicle itself. But then after you factor in those taxes and fees, it bumps it up to $660. Now you can see some of the potential savings. The EV tax credit, that's a big one. You qualify based on your income. So look at the details. There's a Tesla website that goes over all the requirements, but as long as you meet those, you will get $7,500 in tax credit. Again, you claim that when you file your taxes for a Model 3 purchase. There's no warning per se on the Tesla website that the Model Y's EV tax credit is going to change. But let's go ahead and go to purchase price, and let's choose the long range for this example. So again, the Model Y is $48,990. And if you're unaware, the gray is now the free color under the configurator, with the white now costing $1,000. So we're gonna go ahead and leave it at the gray. What is the base price for this new Model Y long range? Well, if I don't change anything and I go ahead and add the taxes and fees like we did for the Model 3, it is $831. Something I want you to keep in mind when you're deciding, well, do I buy one of these current vehicles at record low discounts, or do I wait for all of those details that we talked about with the refresh? The Model Y has a slight refresh coming as well. It's also now dependent on your credit rating. So if you are going for financing, you want to estimate and put in your credit rating, because that will affect your APR percentage, the interest that you're paying on your Tesla. That is a fairly new feature, but now you're going to get a more accurate estimate about how much that new monthly payment is going to be. Do you buy or do you wait? Well, my advice is to buy right now. If you're just trying to get into a Tesla and pay some of the lowest prices on record, I can tell you the rear-wheel drive Model 3 is actually cheaper than what I paid. And what I paid is a very low amount. I actually got really lucky with my timing. So to see prices even lower than that is absolutely a phenomenal value. I would buy right now. But if you want to wait and have the latest and greatest features, those ambient lights, those ventilated seats, the exterior refresh, and more with the Model 3, then I would wait. Now keep in mind, in other countries, we've seen the Model 3 performance get removed from the Tesla website, and we've covered this in other videos. A new Model 3 performance motor is expected. So I do expect that to eventually come to the United States, definitely not in 2023. So I would expect a Project Highland Model 3 performance to arrive in 2024. The Model Y, I would expect us to see that slight refresh of the Model Y here in the States. It's going to be really close on whether or not you can actually take delivery in 2023. My guesses are no. I think it might come to the United States in late October, early November, and then we're going to have to keep an eye on those estimated delivery dates as well. So there's a lot of decisions that you have to make, but now you have record low prices for these currently designed Model 3s and Model Ys, with changes coming down the road. So you have a big decision ahead of you. Do you take advantage or do you wait? The only way I know you like these record low prices is to drop a like. Consider subscribing to know when the Highland and Model Y complete refresh come out. Again, this is Matt from Frunk to Trunk. We will see you in the next video.